this is what I'm saying to y'all, though, and I know we got to go to break, and we didn't necessarily go there, and maybe we should. There are so many layers in this conversation around the way that it's being discussed.
ESPN has finally done the unthinkable. They've acknowledged Caitlin Clark as a WNBA phenom. And by acknowledged, I mean they've reluctantly admitted that this basketball queen is about to break the sports world. Let's be real. If she were any more legendary, they'd probably have to start handing out basketballs with her face on them. So what took ESPN so long? Stick around because we're diving into the insane reasons they couldn't keep ignoring her. How the tables have turned. ESPN, that illustrious institution of sports journalism, is finally waking up from its nap to acknowledge Caitlin Clark as the basketball phenomenon that she is. The same ESPN that once acted like Caitlin Clark was some sort of niche internet sensation for niche basketball fans. You know, the ones who read actual basketball stats instead of just tweeting about what color socks the players are wearing. Fast forward a season, and now they're practically falling over themselves to applaud her. Oh, how quickly things change when you start breaking records left and right. But let's talk about last season. Caitlin Clark was out there rewriting history books like a high school kid who just found the cheat codes for his video game. Records? She was breaking them like they were made out of cardboard. But somehow, ESPN decided that wasn't enough. They were more interested in giving A'ja Wilson the MVP award instead. She's just different. She's special. Just a vicious type of electricity, man. Did you hear the roar of the crowd while that next shot was in flight? Like, why? Because, I don't know, maybe A'ja Wilson once looked at a basketball court and existed there? Could have been the whole brand loyalty thing ESPN had going with her? Could it have been the power of a strong social media presence? Maybe they needed a bigger headline for their NBA Twitter account. Who knows? You know, it's cute when ESPN just decides to hand out MVP awards to anyone with a strong Instagram game. But let's not forget that Caitlin Clark was out there shattering records like she was on some sort of basketball bender. The kind of season that made you wonder if she had a personal vendetta against the laws of physics. Yet somehow, someone who didn't break records, didn't shatter the internet, and didn't look like a one-woman highlight reel got the MVP. It's like watching someone get a trophy for showing up to class on time, while the kid who aced every test and built a working robot in the hallway gets overlooked. You know what? Sure, you didn't lose your homework, but let's reward the one who made it through the door. But then the plot thickens. ESPN, a little late to the party as usual, decides it's time to throw some praise at Caitlin Clark. Well, color me shocked. I mean, they only spent the entire season pretending she was just some passing trend. I guess they couldn't ignore her anymore when every basketball fan with even a passing interest started calling out the obvious. Clark was playing like a monster, and her stats were laughably better than almost anyone else's. And when the fans, those pesky people who actually watch games, start yelling, "Hey, ESPN, stop acting like she's some random underdog. You kind of have to pay attention, right?" At least, that's what you would think. But no, ESPN in all its wisdom waited until they absolutely had no choice but to admit that Clark was an unstoppable force. They acted like they just discovered gold in their backyard, claiming, "Oh look, Caitlin Clark is great." Who knew? Well, no kidding, ESPN. The whole world knew. But hey, it's better late than never, right? Too bad their delayed recognition can't undo the countless times they acted like she wasn't worth watching. Still, better now than never, I suppose, but the real MVP here is the fans who knew better from the jump.